After a cool start this morning in the 50s and 60s, we're now starting to see really nice temperatures outdoors. If you haven't been out there to enjoy this weather, please make it a point to do that at some point during this afternoon. Right now we're at 78 degrees in Brownsville, Harlingen, and here in Weslaco. McAllen sitting at 80 degrees. East wind on average is about 10 miles per hour, so that's a really nice change of pace. Now keep in mind the air quality for this afternoon and early this evening is going to be moderate, just because we have a decent level of ozone impacting the forecast. So people who have allergy or actually asthma, they will be sensitive to that. Or if you have trouble breathing or anything like that to do with your lungs, you want to really limit the amount of time that you spend outdoors this afternoon and this evening to kind of try to wrap everything up and go back inside, because this is going to be the heaviest later this afternoon. Here's your day planner forecast. It is going to warm up a little bit more. Talking about 83 degrees is your daytime high at around 2 or 3 o'clock. By 6 o'clock, still in the low 80s for your drive time home. And here at 9, that's when we start to cool down back to the low 70s. Eventually overnight, we're going to drop to the upper 50s and low 60s. So what's giving us all this beautiful weather is high pressure across Texas. And this particular area, high pressure, will eventually start to move east, and we'll see the winds return out of the southeast. I'll show you what that does to the forecast in just a minute. I want to bring your attention to this is the same system that passed by us just yesterday morning. Now it's impacting the mid-Atlantic as well all the way up into the northeast, and then look at all the moisture as it wraps behind going into the Great Lakes. You see that white there, that is indicating snow. So yeah, a pretty nasty setup with severe weather potential in the mid-Atlantic, but this plume of moisture is just bringing a lot of widespread showers and thunderstorms along the eastern seaboard this afternoon, and it's going to continue as that system makes its way offshore, eventually seeing some improvement. Temperatures, though, are going to be 10 to 15 degrees below the norm for this time of year in that particular area. So back here at home, I think we can really enjoy the weather that we're going to have. We'll have dew point values still pretty low for today, but then I said rising humidity. We're going to have that southeast wind return for tomorrow, and notice that keeps us at comfortable levels. So 50s, not too bad out there. By the time we go into Saturday and Sunday, however, all that changes. The wind is really going to pick up out of the south-southeast, become quite gusty, pumping in a lot of moisture, so it is going to get rather humid. So let me help you gauge the weekend. We're talking about a decent amount of sunshine, maybe a few extra clouds in the sky Sunday and into next week, but overall warm. We're talking upper 80s. Okay, so not too bad out there. We're not back to the 90s yet. The humidity is definitely going to be higher, and I think you'll be able to feel it each afternoon. But the forecast is going to remain dry for now. It's a little bit later on where we start to see the showers and thunderstorms. So here's your first 7-day forecast. 83 for today and tomorrow. Overnight low tonight, 58 degrees. So you may notice that each night it's going to get a little bit warmer. We'll go to 68 tomorrow night. As we head into the weekend, mid to upper 80s. That's exactly where we'll hang out into next week. Your overnight lows will stay in the low 70s starting Saturday night all the way through the rest of the forecast. Tuesday and Wednesday, you have a 20 to 30% chance for showers and thunderstorms to develop as the next weather maker actually gets closer to the valley, and we'll have a more detailed look at that system coming up a little later in the newscast. Now we'll go over to Dina, who has a special guest in the studio this afternoon.